Hi, guys. How's everybody doing? Good to see everybody. Tough week. What were we, 2-3 on the week? Pulled one out against Northwestern State, who's got a really good ball club this year. The entire Southland Conference is very impressive this year. I think they took 2 out of 3 from Rio Grande Valley over the weekend, who was having a really good year. And that's who we host tomorrow night. They've got a great ball club. They've got a lot of big wins already, some impressive wins. And then dropped one. I didn't get to witness it. They told me not to show up, so dropped one to La Tech, and that's one of those games that you felt like you kind of gave it away. And they did swing the bat, but we helped them with a bunch of free stuff and didn't have a very good performance at the plate ourselves. And then got into a really good series against Texas State. I don't know that I've seen anything like the first 2 games where basically it's 4 left-handed pitchers and grand total of 4 runs scored. I think we used 5 pitchers on the weekend, and they might have used about the same, honestly. And so 2-zip us and then 2-zip those guys and weren't able to score enough runs yesterday. I thought we pitched it tremendously all weekend, played pretty good defense, and we're just subject to some really tough hitting conditions. Both teams were, and then yesterday was very conducive to being offensive, and neither team really could get much going. So credit the pitching staffs and the defense. I thought Texas State played tremendous defense pretty much all weekend, especially in their outfield. But, yeah, it was a great series. Wish we'd have got it, but we didn't. Ended a 10-game win streak against those guys and ended a 5-game win streak in the league overall. And so turn our sights to Rio Grande Valley and a good La Tech team that we saw last week, and then keep going to ULM. So with that, any questions?
Was it about not adjusting to the different conditions well enough, or what was disappointing about the offensive execution?
Oh, man. Probably most disappointing, the early week outs, the rollovers. We've got to, for our ball club to go, we've got to be functioning at a high level, especially in clutch situations, and didn't feel like we could just get that one big hit. We had a better approach on Saturday, most certainly, than we did yesterday. And I don't know, if we thought that we were just going to come out and hit the same balls hard, had we had Saturday's game on Sunday, it'd been very high scoring just because some of the balls that we hit. But you got to credit them too. I mean, they ran 2 good arms. The starter was 94, and the guy that finished the game, that kid was 94, 95 with a dagger. I mean, his 86, 87 mile an hour slider. It wasn't that we didn't have great at bats, or wasn't that every at bat was bad. It was just we'd go sputter, and that's kind of been the trend. With the exception of a couple of weeks throughout the season. And so you've got to have an offense that's just, it's long and it feels like it never stops. And it's just some inexperience and because the ability's there. We just got to keep plugging, keep grinding.
What's the injury update?
Try to get Toyd in there tomorrow night, and I'll start Blake McGehee and get Toit behind him and see how far those 2 can go. That way we've got them back for the weekend. I did think I was able to watch Wednesday's game on our Aware camera system, and because it wasn't on ESPN+. I thought McGehee threw the ball. We made a couple of adjustments with him. Thought he pitched it pretty good. He had thrown a ton of pitches the day before in a side session, so got him out after 2. I felt like he could have, if he was fresh, could have gone pretty good in that game. But have both those guys back for the weekend and play Wednesday by ear, probably throw everybody an inning on Wednesday. I think Luke Uhas, he's playing defense right now. I think you'll see him in the lineup this weekend.
What have you seen from Owen Galt that you like in his approach during his at-bat?
He's a killer. He's a dog. He likes to compete. And that his competitiveness overcomes any shortcomings that he may have in his game, and that's the power of confidence and compete. He's had a really good freshman year so far, and he's just scratching the surface. He can get a lot better, and been very, very impressed with the way he plays.
Carson Hepworth had a big week. SportsCenter top 10 play with the big outfield catch, 2 home runs in the Texas State series. What do you like that you're seeing out of him?
Well, he's definitely solidified some center field defense for us. That was an outstanding catch, just big time. And their guy made some catches too. I thought both outfields played pretty good. But no, he's had some big at-bats for us too, and has been able to lengthen the field for us at times and come up with some really tough at-bats for us. And so credit him, because he sat over there for the first half of the season, didn't really play, and he's gotten his opportunity, and he's making the most of it.
And then this is your second week of playing 5 games in a week. Is there any adjustments that you feel like you and the guys really need to make to come out of the Sun Belt series at the end of the week with a win?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I mean, it's just kind of I love 5-game weeks. I wish we played every day, just not with this group where we're at right now. And I'll tell you why that's a good question, because last week, if it's a regular Tuesday night game, we have a big win over Northwestern State, day off on Wednesday, have a great practice on Thursday, and we've got some momentum heading into the weekend. But you're only as strong as the guy. Yeah, I'm just telling you, it's a fact of baseball. You're only as good as a guy on a bump, period. And these longer weeks are revealing some flaws in us. And that in turn, because it's such a psychology, that in turn, right, wrong, or indifferent, that in turn has a psychological effect on your outlook. And, is that the case with every team? No. But a lot of teams, I mean, because you do everything as good as you can do. It's just like pitching this weekend was great, but we're not scoring any runs for them. It's tough, and it'll try to make you do too much. We were going through that a little bit in reverse last week. And so, yeah, do I like these 5-game weeks for us right now? It's probably not the best, but we also, when you make it, you don't know that you're going to be in the situations that you're in. And so I think last year's team, chew them up, spit them out. I think a year from now, we'll chew them up and spit them out. Right now, though, just kind of where we're at with who you can run out there and the injuries, et cetera, it makes it tough, man. You got to be creative.
How much does that help, though, from a big picture perspective of like almost trial by fire? Guys are able to have opportunities where they're in tough situations.
For every game, Jamarcus, you got to be grateful that you had the opportunity to play that game, and be grateful you had a tough series, because I'm also playing the long game too. It's going to pay dividends down the road. And is it this year? I don't know. I can't guarantee anything, but it's definitely coming, because every experience we will sit back and evaluate it and adjust and respond.
Do you see Casey Ortiz getting more opportunities at the age?
I like Casey. Yesterday was a little bit of a spark I was hoping for us, but I also missed him too. I would have rather been pinch hitting Casey in that crazy inning than had him in the game. He's really good at that role, if that makes sense.
When you need to use him.
When I need it, I like to be able to insert him when I need it, or when we need it. And, not that he's not a good player, but some guys are more suited to that. I would say very few guys are suited to that role. That's a tough role he's got, and he plays it pretty good.
Is Juhas going to be in a similar type situation than Markle is right now, or is he further along and going to be more like himself?
Totally different injury, Kev. He's got a break in that hand, boxer's break right here, whereas Markle's is in his wrist. And Markle doesn't have the bone anymore that broke. That's what happens with the hamate. It's a little hook. It's like a fish hook. They just remove it. It's gone. You're not going to hurt it again. Juhas, it's a broken bone. They'd put a screw in it. So can you hurt it again? Most certainly. And so he says he's feeling good. We'll see. He could have he was playing with it fractured, but then it broke. I forget the series. Maybe it was Troy, and he had a big game. Donkey would have been great. There's several times I've looked up and been like, it'd be great to have him, because what he does, not only is he a threat offensively, Donkey changes the dynamic. I never thought I'd be saying this, of our infield, because now I can use Lee in different spots, and we can work to get a little more offensive in that infield, especially if Owen's playing the way he's playing.